Noise for hip-hop history.
More comedians are getting more of Chris Rock treatment on stage. Because Dave Chappelle was recently attacked on stage, the attacker has been identified as Isaiah Lee. During the Chappelle stand-up show recently in Los Angeles, someone from the audience ran up to Dave on the stage and crashed into him, knocking him to the ground. The man was later identified and has been arrested and has opened up on why he attacked Dave. According to Us Magazine, a 23-year-old member of the LGBTQ community has been arrested and charged with assaulting Dave. He was triggered by the comedian's jokes about the LGBTQ community and homelessness, as he insisted he never wanted to harm the funny man. During an exclusive Jailhouse interview, Isaiah told the Post that Chappelle should be more sensitive when it comes to the jokes he cracks. "I identify as bisexual, and I wanted him to know what he said was triggering," Lee said Saturday at the Twin Towers Correctional Facility in Los Angeles, dressed in brown jail garb and sporting a sling on his broken right arm. "I wanted him to know that next time he should consider first running his material by people it could affect." Lee, who claimed he expected to have a good time at the May 3rd Netflix Is a Joke show, grew angry and frustrated as Chappelle joked about his prior controversies with the LGBTQ community and homelessness. "I'm also a single dad, and my son is 5, who at one point was homeless himself. It's a struggle, and I wanted Dave Chappelle to know it's not a joke," said Lee. He said his breaking point came when another comedian in the show's lineup made a crude joke about pedophilia, which Lee said dredged up memories of his own molestation as a teen. Isaiah Lee is just overreacting. Dave made a simple joke without referring to anyone in particular, so why will Isaiah take it personally? This shocking moment at the Hollywood Bowl was captured on camera, showing Lee charging at Chappelle on stage, knocking him over and fleeing before a security guard grabbed him. "That was a trans man," said Chappelle, who was not injured, joking to the crowd right after the attack.
It was a trans man.
Lee admitted that he was carrying a replica handgun with a retractable knife inside on the night of the alleged attack, but claimed he didn't have the weapon out when he charged the stage. The wannabe rapper, who goes by No Name Trapper and once put out a song about the Emmy-winning comic, said he always carries the weapon for protection because he is also a minor celebrity. Isaiah Lee, who was roughed up in the incident, is facing 4 misdemeanor counts, including battery and possessing a deadly weapon with intent to assault. "They spat on me and twisted me as if on purpose," he said of the security guards, who left him with a broken arm and 2 black eyes. Lee, during interrogation, told the Post that he was touched on at age 17 while under the care of the Department of Children and Family Services in Los Angeles. He also said he was in the process of trying to secure a place to live before he was nabbed in the Hollywood Bowl debacle. When asked about reports that he suffers from mental health issues, Lee said they were wrong and inaccurate. His lawyer, however, has said he is receiving mental health services. The viral incident during Dave's show has also led to more criminal charges against Lee. He was charged on Thursday with stabbing his roommate last year. The victim in that case identified Lee as his alleged attacker when the Chappelle incident went viral, prosecutors said. "It was pretty much done," Lee said about his criminal case involving Chappelle. "But it went from me probably only doing 6 months in jail and having to do community service and living in a transition home to possibly 15 or more years in jail," he added, shaking his head. "My son will be big by the time I get out." But I don't think Lee is remorseful or has any atoms of regrets. Still, he said he doesn't regret what happened because he saw it as an opportunity to speak out about homelessness, LGBTQ rights, and abuse, topics that Dave jokes about. And this is not the first time Dave has been targeted by the LGBTQ community. Dave drew heat last year over his Netflix special, The Closer, in which he jokes about transgender women and defends controversial comments from author J.K. Rowling and rapper DaBaby about the gay and trans communities. In the special, the outspoken comic cracks that he's joining Rowling in Team TERF, the acronym for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist, while slamming critics of DaBaby. A lot of the LGBTQ community doesn't know DaBaby's history. He's a wild guy. He once shot a man and killed him in Walmart. Oh, this is true, Google it. Nothing bad happened to his career, Dave said. Do you see where I'm going with this? In our country, you can shoot and kill a normal person, but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings, Dave added. After the alleged attack, Lee said Dave asked him backstage at the Hollywood Bowl why he attacked him. I told him my mother and grandmother, who fought for his civil rights to be able to speak, would be upset at the things he said, Lee recalled. But Dave allegedly retorted, "Now your story will die with you, son." Though the reply was quite harsh, Lee deserves to be put in check. But he's wrong, Lee insisted to a Post reporter. "I'm sitting here talking to you about it." A representative for Dave did not return a request for comment. And with the recent attacks on comedians, I think strict punishment should be meted out to anyone assaulting a comedian on stage. That would help in putting people under check, and they will learn how to control their emotions. And make sure you subscribe before you go. Thanks!